Mountain Ops has been a part of our crew from the beginning. Ignite is our go-to for energy. Ignite delivers smooth, long-lasting, great-tasting energy and improves cognitive function for hours, providing a clean and healthy energy alternative to help you conquer the day. Jumpstart your day or anytime you need a boost. The Operation Conquer Hunger team works with charity partners. Every time a purchase is made, a nutritious meal is prepared for families in need. Visit mountainops.com today to order yours. So, Cole, tell us where you are right now.
Nebraska, at Jordan Bud's place, northwest Nebraska, chasing Miriam's.
Yeah, tell everybody why this. Tell everybody why this podcast was delayed for a couple of minutes.
Because I was sitting there and I got out of the truck and peeked my head over the hill, and 2 Toms and 3 Jakes walked by my truck at 11 yards. So, that's why I couldn't raise my voice.
And I saw the video. They definitely wasn't no small birds either.
Now they're all about to meet up. I'm looking at them through my binos. They're all about to meet up with each other. There's a bunch of hens and a tom, and now the 2 toms are. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
So this podcast is live from the guide truck right now.
Yep. From the turkey woods.
An
And
exclusive.
yeah.
So while Cole's guiding, Peak Outfitters finished up their 25-26 season. How did that season go? Pronghorn, mule deer, all dad.
Yeah. Right now, what I do is I guide for Jordan, Bud in Nebraska, just the turkey hunts now. And then I guide for Scotty at Top of Texas, and that's in West Texas, for mule deer and aoudad. And then my outfit is Peak Outfitters, and I'm from August till December, chasing pronghorn, mule deer, whitetail. But the seasons work out where I can be doing my stuff from August till December, and then drive down to Texas into December, January, February, March, and then come here for turkeys.
Yeah, so the last time we talked, you're just now getting ready uh for turkey season in 25. How did that turn out at Jordan's place?
Good. I think I guided like 3 or 4. Can't remember how many turkeys I guided. I think it might have been just 3. And then she did the rest, and yeah, that went good. I think everybody but one guy killed, and that's a guy that hunts with Jordan all the time. He's hunted with me. He's hunted with Scotty, and so he's fine. He's not too upset about it. But yeah, she's got a good operation here. It's like not one of those deals where you're, pull up to a feedlot and there's, 30 birds in the one tree they roost every night, and then they fly down and you shoot one. It's you kind of have to hunt for them, but there's still good bird numbers, and they're spread out down the river. So it makes for a pretty cool hunt. After that, took Caitlin to Wyoming. She shot one in Wyoming, and then I killed one in Colorado. So yeah.
And that was a good looking bird too that you killed in Colorado last year.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. And then me and my little sister killed a double on opening day on Saturday. So yeah.
We're gonna save that story because I want an in-depth play-by-play of that. So let's go back through your summer. You're trying to get more property. or sustain the property that you had into pronghorn season? How'd your pronghorn season go?
Yeah, it was really good. No big giant bucks, but that's pretty common for Colorado. It was good. Um, I killed one. My little sister killed one, and then all the clients got theirs except for a couple archery guys didn't kill. But it's pretty impossible spot and stock with a bow. So
I
um,
think it's nuts, and unless you have some kind of terrain, whether it be a rolling hill or something like that, I mean, those pronghorns can see for miles. And to archery hunt it, I mean, it's almost like bow hunting an elk. I mean, it's tough.
I think it's probably harder to kill one spot and stalk than to bow hunt an elk. Honestly.
There's nowhere to go. I mean, you got to lay on your belly, but then you still got to make a shot.
Yeah, get to your knees and shoot it, and usually pretty long shots. Um, and we don't have a ton of topography where I'm at, so I'm not doing as many, or we'll do them over water. But last year we got a ton of rain right there at the end of summer, so they were drinking out of everything but a water tank. Made it pretty tough, but yeah, it's I really don't enjoy the uh, archery antelope as much as rifle antelope or muzzleloader. Muzzleloader's fun because you still get to crawl in. You still got to get 100 yards or closer, and sometimes like 120 is doable, but you can actually just get up on your knee and on the trigger sticks or whatever and just shoot instead of having to draw back and do all that. So
And for the people that don't know, Colorado is it's not like Louisiana where you can just shoot a single fire, rifle. You actually got to use the black powder like you're supposed to.
yeah, no sabot, loose powder, open sights.
How many people did you get for mule deer?
Everybody killed on mule deer in Colorado. One whitetail and then one whitetail in Nebraska. So it was overall pretty good season. No complaints. No complaints for me, and yeah, it was good. Able to kill pretty mature deer, and it was fun. Hmm.
You're holding back a little bit on your hunt. Walk us through your giant that you killed with your bow.
He wasn't a giant. I appreciate that. He's by far, he's my by far my biggest. He's a good deer. So I drew a tag, archery, had I have a few spots I like to go hit, but no time in the summer, so pretty much going in blind, no bucks found. Um, Opening morning, I found a buck that we had left that I wanted to see, and he had lost like 70 inches. So, uh, passed on him, or I guess didn't try to kill him. And then that evening of first day, I was up on a knob that I knew the deer would be below me, but the wind was right, and you can kind of see them down there below you, but it's kind of not the ideal spot to go set up on. But anyway, sun was hitting me really bad. I had been there for an hour, and I go to like kind of, take 3 steps down over this ledge and just get below this ledge where I can be in the shade, and my tripod kind of clanked, and I hear a deer blow, and they blew a couple times, and then 15 minutes later I could just see them walking down below me, maybe 150 yards, and it was three big deer, and the one I ended up killing was with him. He had like a hook flyer, um, and just a big deer. So next
He
morning,
was still in velvet, correct?
yeah, they were all in velvet. Next morning, I went around to the other side of the canyon, which is probably a mile. Had glass all morning and kind of went back to on a side of the hill where you really don't see deer that often, and they were just coming over the saddle, and it was the same 3 bucks, and they were on my side again, just a couple hundred yards below me. So I tried to make a move on them that day. There was a doe between us. Nothing I could make of it. I went 4 full days without seeing him or any of those bucks. Um, you know, I think we had some weather. Um, might have missed an evening in there, and then but just nothing. And then my last day to hunt, I hunted 6 days total. So my last day to hunt, I had glassed everything that I wanted to glass, or could glass. And I'm trying to think in my head, like, where could these deer be? And the only basin I can't see into was again kind of below me. And I was like, well, I'll just kind of still hunt through there. So I just got moving down the ridge, knocked an arrow just in case, and then glassed up a doe walking away from me down below me, but kind of going back up. I thought that's a good sign, and just start slipping, and then I hear a deer raking, like raking velvet, like straight below me. So I'm going, all right, that's a good sign because they're all bachelored up that time of year. So wind's in my face, and I see a little buck at like 80 yards, and I just kind of set my feet, and I look back up, and he's not there anymore, and I can't find him. So I'm just like, I'm gonna get picked off here, so I better quit. And then probably 5 minutes goes by, and these bucks, I just see start catching glimpses. One feeds out, and then another one, and then probably high 80s, low 90s buck steps out. And actually, I'm pretty positive he'd be in the low 90s. And he's coming towards me, and he's at probably 60 when I can see him good. But all these other bucks are starting to feed closer and closer. Well, he gets to about where I want to shoot him at about 50. I look behind him, and I just see that hooked cheater. And I'm like, that's the deer I've been chasing all week. So I let the big typical just keep feeding towards me, and I let that other buck come. And as soon as he's like behind this bush pile, and I think he's about to step out into the opening, I draw, and I kind of timed it to where all these other bucks weren't looking. Get full draw, and he just stops behind that bush. So I'm at full draw for a couple minutes, and I'm shaking. So I let down, and as soon as I let down, of course, he keeps walking into the gap. Collect myself, draw back again, um, anchor, shoot, felt good, watch it, hit a limb, deflect, and all the bucks run towards me. So as they're running, I grab another arrow, knock it, and the buck stops at like 30. And he's looking right at me before I could get drawn again. So I just freeze. He looks forward eventually. I draw back again, and he immediately looks back at me, and I shoot him and spined him. But I was guessing on yardage. But he went down and walked up and got another one in him, and that was that. But yeah, I was pretty lucky to have those bucks that I'd been on all week just come, to me. So it was
Hey,
pretty cool.
so how do you, a couple of questions on that. How do you stay in the mindset of, staying positive, after not seeing this deer for 4 days? I mean, it's not like Louisiana where it's flatter and, it's a little hilly. These are mountain deer. So, I mean, how do you stay focused, 4 days in a row through the mountains.
That time of year, they're all in velvet. They're in their summer pattern, so they're not leaving the country. Like, the later you get into September, they might strip their velvet and like go full recluse on you. But I was early enough in September where I knew that they would still be in velvet, and if they strip their velvet, they're still gonna hang out with those same bucks for a few
Right.
more days anyway. And I just knew that they were still around. I, just by, you know, that time of year, like they're not gonna pack up and leave. So I knew they were around. I was just missing them somehow. So, um, I guess that's kind of how I.
And that just comes from years of experience of chasing them. I mean, you're out there all the time, even if it's mostly for you, but sometimes you're guiding either your family or somebody else. So, I
Mhm.
mean, just learning the train, I'm sure helps a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I mean, I don't love not seeing a buck for 4 days and missing mornings because you're fogged in and whatever. First, you got to find them to kill them, and then at least have an opportunity.
How much time do you think passed from the time that you saw those bucks walking to you to, that deer walking behind the bush and you actually getting your first shot? How long do you think that was?
Um, that was another thing. I kind of had to just stop where they were below me, and I was completely skylined. Um, I didn't really have the opportunity to go get anything behind me. But the time that they were within bow range until I shot was probably 10, 15 minutes, I would say.
It's crazy how like you said, it's 10 minutes, but it feels like hour. By the time they get up there, and because it's just I don't know, it's almost like a slow motion sometimes when you're hunting.
Oh, yeah. And I know it was because I was full drawn for just to wait for that buck to get behind that brush was a couple minutes. There was a big, um, he didn't have his right or left side, I can't remember, but his one side was huge, like giant. He was probably 20 yards to my right by the time I actually got to shoot the first time. And then when my arrow deflected, it actually hit that buck in the like their Achilles,
Okay.
that where you hang them from.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you're skinning them, it like kind of nicked that. So I actually hit him on my first shot, just barely. But the big buck ran behind me. I could hear him like right behind me. So
Oh man,
he actually passed me up. So yeah.
sound like you had a chaotic hunt, but it turned out in your favor. Eventually, right? So uh, kudos to you for that. But don't sell yourself short. I mean, that's a pretty nice deer, man. Especially for me, not being from Colorado, I think that that's a monster to me. But did you ever score that deer?
I scored him with velvet on. He was 189 with velvet on. So you probably lose a couple inches. I mean,
Nice.
solid, super solid. So
You get busy with your business and stuff, and you got a lot going on with hunting, outside of hunting. Did you get to hunt any more or any other species this fall?
just pronghorn. I had a couple days after clients were done. Ella, my sister, was supposed to come on like a Saturday, Sunday type deal. I think I had Thursday evening and then Friday. And I kind of had her a buck picked out. Well, I was riding around trying to find me one to shoot, but I just kind of lost track of where I thought that buck was. Anyway, long story short, I ended up shooting the one I was wanting her to shoot if she got the opportunity. So then we had to go find her a different buck, uh, but yeah, that was it. I think, um, for me. So
Was that her second pronghorn, or was that the big one from last year?
that was her second.
The second. The first one was a monster, right?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, they were both pretty good, but it's a super solid buck. So
Oh yeah, no, it was good, especially for a first time. You know, she could potentially be chasing that the rest of her life as far as that kind of high. That first kill of any animal is something that you won't ever forget.
for sure, and both of them, like Dad was there for the first one, and we had a pretty cool stalk. Had to crawl like I don't know 150 yards, and then we'd have to kneel walk, and then we sat on that one for a long time. This one we had permission on. I think it was just a half section, or it might even been a quarter section, but these goats were in kind of like right dead in the middle of it, and we tried from three different sides of that field to try to kill them. Like the first side, we were gonna run out of cover or run out of topography, and it would have been probably a 600-yard shot. So I didn't want to do that. So we get in the pickup, drive past them, hop out, go through the Milo, and have some cover and pop out. But we are gonna have to crawl, and there's sandburs on the like. I mean, just infested in there. Which they're not like a cockabur or whatever that y'all have.
Hmm.
Um, these things will like embed themselves, like make you bleed, and they get on you and like just pierce through your skin like crazy. I mean, they're terrible. So as soon as we tried for just a second, I was like, "There's no way." So we back out and then go and try a different route, and then we literally had to crawl for like 300 yards, and we had the sun setting behind us, and so they could see us, but they didn't know what we were, and we were just hunched over at the very end, just getting closer to them, and with the sun setting behind us, they're looking into the sun. They have no idea. So anyway, we got to 350, and she smoked that one too. So she does pretty good.
Yeah, she got Big Brother to put her on some amazing hunts. I mean, even that one right there. I mean, she probably ain't gonna forget that one either. That one sounds a little tough.
Yeah, and I was literally blowing mosquitoes off of her face as she was trying to shoot. I mean, they were terrible, and I'm like, trying to. I'm like, I'm just gonna blow on your face while you're trying to focus here, because you can't focus when there's mosquito in your ear. Um,
Right.
so anyway, she did good.
So after that, is it pretty much it was pretty much all dad season, right? Me and you both didn't elk hunt last year.
Yeah, no elk. Well, no, I went straight into mule deer with Scotty. Um, in December, um, I did one hunt in December with him, and then the rest of the mule deer in January, and then Audad was kind of into January, February, March, and yeah, another good season. So really
So
good.
let's talk about your Maryland turkey that you and your sister doubled up on. Walk us through that story right there.
I just asked her, "You want to try to?" Because I like to go turkey hunt opening weekend. Like this time of year is not super busy for me, and I don't know. Like I just kind of enjoy it. But I was like, "Do you want to go?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah." So, because I don't want to like bug her about it.
Turkey season. I mean, it could be a lot of walking. It could potentially be more walking than any other animal potentially, and it's always good to let them decide at that age, anyways.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's probably easier to kill elk where I hunt them than a turkey, to be honest. Well, I don't know. It's about even, honestly. But just because they're so hard to find, you don't see them. But anyways, so I sent her and my mom to go listen in a spot. I went to another spot. I heard a couple gobbles, but I didn't get them like roosted. I mean, I just knew where we could be able to hear them from, but we weren't going to be able to go and get set up 100 yards because I didn't really know right where they were. But they got a pile roosted.
Turkey season is just around the corner, and First Light has you covered. First Light makes it easy to find the right gear for the right pursuit. On the menu tab, click the Pursuit tab to find your next hunting gear easily. From hot southern states to the Rocky Mountains, visit firstlight.com today.
So we go super early so that hopefully nobody would walk in on us because, they were like close to a road, two roads, and, you know, there's no telling where people would walk in from, but I just didn't want that situation. So we tried that, and we were there at least an hour before fly down, sitting there, and then hear a door slam, and then 10 minutes later see a headlight. So we flashed our lights. Anyway, so birds fly down, chaos because there's probably, I don't know, 10, 15 different turkeys, like all working the same ridge we're on. We were sitting way too close, just because I wasn't there to roost. I didn't know exactly where they were. I was kind of guessing off what they were telling me. But we're kind of on this little knife ridge, and they were roosted opposite of where they thought they were. So we had to, once they flew down, we turned around, and the first call I made, I just yelped a couple times, and 5 seconds later, a hen pops out at like 5 yards.
Oh,
And
man.
yeah, she starts putting around and back and forth. You know how they do. And she actually calmed down and then kind of just walked back towards the other turkeys. Well, we kind of dropped off and made a loop, and I was just gonna have her pop up over and just shoot one instead of trying to call them because they're that close. Um, and as I'm on the knife ridge, I look to my right, and one of the toms had gotten on top of that ridge, and I'm like, "Kill it, kill it, kill it!" And I look back, and she's like a few yards behind me. you know, it was not like she tried to get her gun up and everything, and it wasn't happening. So that Tom kind of gets out of there, but a bunch of jakes and hens follow him up there, start messing around. They kind of saw something, but they didn't really see us. So we were just hunkered down facing them. And then there's a Tom behind us drumming, gobbling within shotgun range, but 180 degrees the opposite direction. So eventually those turkeys go back towards him. We were able to get turned around. Same deal, popped over the hill, and she just, I mean, he saw us at the same time, and she, if it was me or you, we could just pop,
Yeah.
shoot it. But anyway, that's all right. It was not, I didn't do a good job of like setting us up for success there. So end up making a drive 30 minutes away, park the truck, get out. Dirt bikes start coming down this trail, and two turkeys gobble like
Oh, man.
80 yards away. Like, get ready. And we go to where I'm like, this would be a good place to call them in. Well, they parked their dirt bikes right where, the complete wrong place that I needed them to park. If they would have just kept going, it would have been fine.
Were they
But
hunting or scouting or just riding?
they're just riding, just dirt bikers, and they just kind of parked there just to talk to each other, and they start talking. Well, that I think had sped those toms up, and they were kind of beat bopping along, and I'm trying to get to the top of this hill, and as soon as I'm about to sit down on this tree, here they come out of the other side of that hill, like kind of at a trot already, and they saw us, and I'm like, two toms at 9:30 in the morning or whatever it was, like they'll calm back down, and we can probably, if we can get them to gobble, we can probably do something with them. So we made a big loop, got on the other side of where I thought they would be, and get to the top of the ridge. And as soon as we do, call one time, they gobbled. But they were at least going away. So we start easing down the hill, get all the way to the bottom. And last time I had called, they were, I don't know, a long ways away. And so I'm like peeking out into this. There's a big open meadow and then a ridge on the other side. And I'm looking at that ridge and I'm like, we really need to get on their side. They're not going to want to cross this. And I'm looking. And I'm like, all right, I think we're good if we can get across this without spooking them, we'll be all right. And I take one step and I look up, and Tom had come out right where I had just been glassing. And I can see him looking. I'm like, crap. So I freeze. They walk behind a tree. We jump back into some woods. And I just, hit them a couple times. And they hung up on that ridge for a minute. And then, but once they committed. They ran down that ridge across the meadow at, I don't know, probably at 20 yards. I started telling her to kill him, and he got to about 10, and I'm kill him, and he starts doing you see his head change, and I'm like, kill him.
Yeah, he's about to see us.
Well, he'd probably hear me at that point,
Yeah.
but she shoots and hammers him, and I lean over and I shoot the other one. But she thought that she didn't realize that she doesn't know. And I had told her this, but I was like, you have a volleyball size, pattern, like a bunch of BBs going at this thing. Like, you don't have to, for one, aim perfectly at his, you know, ear hole or whatever. Like, put it on his neck and shoot him.
Yeah.
But two, she didn't realize she could shoot through brush because he's kind of like behind a little bit of brush, but I mean, you can see his head. And she didn't realize that she could shoot through that.
Yeah,
Uh,
thinking it was probably a rifle or same
right.
as a
And
rifle or
she's
something.
like, I know you told me that, but it was so much happening. It was awesome.
That's pretty cool. Especially that it wasn't just like a fly down and shoot kind of thing. Y'all actually had to really go chase after them, and then all the adversity that you had to go through with the dirt bikes. And then, do you think that was the same group of turkeys, or you think there was some in between that gobble and y'all?
No, it was definitely those same two toms for sure. So, um, I mean,
And
there's no way there's another group of two toms.
I'll drop
Yeah.
I'll drop the photo of y'all whenever this comes out. But those are some really good looking birds. I would probably say I was always a big fan of Rios, and I still am as far as like the colors and all that. But man, those birds in Colorado.
That are golds to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
100%. But no, man, that's awesome. Are y'all gonna get a fan mount on both those, or what do y'all plan on doing?
yeah, I just put them all in a trash bag and we froze them. I told her when I get back we'll do a fan mountain
Yeah, borax them out.
party. So yeah, yeah.
I still got the two from last year, the two Rios I killed last year. I still got to do them as fan mount. They're still in trash bag in the freezer as well.
I don't know what to do with them. I mean,
I can send you some ideas. Like I
I
said,
mean, you got only so many ways to display a turkey fan.
yeah, you
You
could
know,
do a plaque. I mean, you could do the like mine. I plan on doing the state of Texas behind the fan, just because it's
yeah,
from Texas, but Colorado's kind of just like a block. So,
right.
did y'all keep the Spurs?
Yeah, spurs and well, they didn't. Those
Be
bariums like don't really have them. Hers probably like 3/4 inch. Mine were like 1/2 inch, but um, that's big for where we're at. I don't know. I guess it's just the snow or the hills or whatever. I don't why they rub down, but they're all knobbed off, you know. So
Yeah. Now, the only time I've ever seen them was driving through the neighborhood up to the zoo by kind of down the mountain from y'all.
yeah, any toms?
Oh yeah, no, but they were walking right through the neighborhood.
Oh
He
really?
was swolled up. Yeah, that's probably 2 years ago now though. Yeah, that's probably a group of 30. Everybody had to block, stop at the in the middle of the road to let them cross.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. No, it was a good one. Hers had a beard, like 10-inch long beard, which on a Merriam's, especially there, is like pretty dang good. So
Easterns are usually known for their long beard, and that's right in there. That alley right there. I mean, a 10-inch beard on any turkey is really good.
right, yeah, no, that was a good one. So yeah, she was tickled.
And
So
the older she gets, I mean, if she stays into it, heck, she might be guiding right there beside you.
I told her, I hope you don't. She said
Don't
that
go
the
into.
other day. I was like, oh god,
Oh, so she wants to do it.
I don't know. No, I hope not. I mean,
I think the people that don't do it think of it as a dream job, and then I think just being around you a lot, and being hunting out there, I know that's got to be hectic. I mean, not only are you putting your body through physical, endurance and all that. I mean, it's the mental game too. You're trying to keep your customers happy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things. This like seasonal. Um, Financially, it's not the best career choice. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of good things about it, but yeah, it's the older
You-
I'm getting, the more I'm like, there's
Yeah.
there might be easier ways to make a living. You know, I love it, and I'm not quitting anytime soon. But like, I wouldn't want my little sister having to do all that. So
Well, we gotta blow your business up enough to where you can just sit back and tell them where to go.
yeah, hopefully have some guides,
That's
you know,
right.
guiding for me. So,
So you're
but
at Jordan's place. Your first client's there on site, set up, ready
yep,
to kill a turkey. What's the rest of your turkey season look like?
just this. I got I think 11 days starting today or something like that. But um, we're I think we have 6 hunters total. So 3 different groups will come in. I think it's a 2.5 day hunt each, and then you have a turn day in there, and that's it. That's a wrap. So, and that's all of them. She
And
usually
it
does like 8 or 9 a year, but Nebraska non-resident tags sold out in 2 hours this year. So
Wow. So
yeah,
they have an actual quota on how many non-residents can come up and hunt.
yeah, and I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's like 10,000 or something, but um, yeah, not a fan of how they're doing that. I mean, 2 hours to hop on there and try to get a tag to kill a turkey is crazy to me. But
You think the popularity of like social media and stuff has driven these sales on turkeys?
100%, like it's social media. Um, like everything is readily available. You can hop on the internet, buy a tag in all the different states. You can hunt
And
any state you want to. Um, like information is just everywhere. And then the social media thing, it's like it's one of those things that people can just go do, which is great. But 5 years ago, I remember Nebraska would send you an email saying, "Come hunt Nebraska. Non-residents can kill three up to 3 birds or whatever." 2 million acres of public land, blah blah blah. And they sold out in 2 hours. So, they had however much extra 5 years ago, that they're having to or wanting to
Beg you to come
advertise
hunt.
it, beg you to come hunt, and now, you know, it's like you have to be on top of your game to just get a tag. So, no, we've like hunting is so popular now. Like, I don't. I mean,
Right.
it's
No,
crazy.
I agree with you because I mean, 5 years ago or so, uh, hey, what you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm a turkey hunt, and they look at you like you're crazy. And then
Hmm.
those same people are, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm going turkey hunting. Oh, me too. I'm going over here. I'm like, you didn't even turkey hunt, which is fine. I mean, you always want your stuff to grow, right? I mean, Louisiana's a little tough. We only got about, they say 60,000. Some people say 40, but there's also like 20 something thousand hunters. So if everybody tagged out in Louisiana, there's no more birds in Louisiana, which is
Yeah,
crazy to think about. Like if everybody tagged out, the species is gone.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I
But
it 100% social media is. I mean, phones, internet, like I guess you can wrap it up into social media, but that is there's no way that's not to blame.
no, I mean, what are we doing right now?
Exactly.
We're telling stories. We're talking about Colorado. We're talking about Texas, Louisiana. We're telling these stories, and the right person that really has that drive. Okay, boom, Texas. Okay, let's find out. Where's you can see that everywhere, every state. Hey, what county has? It's almost scary.
There's a lot of people hunting, and there's a lot of people hunting harder, and it's gotten a lot easier because there's information like everywhere. So now, somebody can go on YouTube and watch 5 hours of turkey hunting videos
And know how
they
to blow a mouth call.
and know how to blow a mouth call and can probably, you know, hunt more effectively than somebody, 30 years ago could with 3 years of turkey hunting experience.
Oh, and I would say in my early 20s, I would never dream that I would be ever even go elk hunting. And now it's just a normal thing.
Right.
Me and you having conversation. Hey, where'd you put in? What are you going after? Now it's just a normal thing. And I guess it is good because I'm benefiting from the same thing. So, uh, it's just a lot of information out there. If you don't know, it's because you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. I don't know. I'm trying to. Like I'm seeing what it's doing now, and like it's really discouraging. And I'm like, I've been part of the problem, and I mean, it's gonna change. Like, but like, I'm also trying to not be as much part of the problem, um, and trying to. I don't know.
I don't I don't think you're not the problem. The problem is these guides that don't do it the right way. Don't I mean look at Canada. I don't know if you saw it or not, but non-residents I believe now only get uh I think you can hunt 10 days in the fall and then 5 days in the spring for waterfowl. So if you're non-resident, and I don't know if it's consecutive days, you can hunt two 5-day periods, and I think it's from the time you buy your license. So I don't know if you could stack those and make it,
I don't.
a week
I
hunt out of it,
yeah.
or you have to be gone from the country or stop hunting for a certain time. But it's a real thing, and these guides are gonna hurt from it. But it was all these illegal guides up there that were making all this money and not doing it the right way that caused this.
Well, yeah. I mean, in like all the guiding stuff I've done, like people have been outfitting for. I mean, Teddy Roosevelt was going on outfitted hunts. Like that's been a pretty sustainable model um, for the last 100 years. Like realistically, I mean, it's gotten a lot more, and it can be a problem. But like, I don't feel as bad about that. What I feel more bad about is like going on Instagram and posting stuff and like, I mean, not that like, and I have, but like I've cut back on that a lot. Like, kind of think like, why am I doing this? I try to consider that into if I'm gonna post something or whatever. Is it for me or is it so other people can see it? Like, I think it's just
What?
something to be conscious of. Like, I've quit posting like all my personal stuff. All my personal hunts just because, like, you know, everybody that knows me knows that I can hunt. Like, I'm not proving anything to anybody. Like, I don't need to prove anything to anybody. If if I want to go on a hunt or whatever, I want to do it just for me or that experience or whatever. I don't need, Instagram or whatever to glorify that. Nothing against posting on Instagram or whatever. I've done it a ton. I just, like, I've dialed back and trying to, like, reevaluate why I'm doing this stuff because, yeah, it's not been great the last 5 years. I think I'm seeing what this is all done.
Yeah.
No
No,
one no one saw it when it first started. Instagram and everything, it was cool and whatever. And now I'm like, dang, did we do this? So
well, I watched a live feed from the Element actually today, and they were talking about I forgot where they were hunting at, and they posted the video of them hunting and doing all this. Well, a guy knew exactly and called it out exactly where they were hunting at on public land, and it's just crazy that people are finding not. I don't know why they would call it out though. Just if you know exactly where it is, why have to discourage and blow that place up, right? Like if I know you're hunting, just say North Arkansas, and I know exactly where it is. By me doing that, I just messed it up not only for you, but I also messed it up for me or those local hunters that can only hunt on the weekends,
yeah,
or don't get to go out but 2 times a year. And now we just blew this place up and they can't even have a quality hunt.
I don't understand why people, like, when you get on Facebook and you know where something is, what are you proving to anybody by posting a comment saying, "Oh, you're in unit so and so"? Like, why? Like, elk population has gone down or whatever. Like, why even say anything? Like, I don't understand that. You were hurting yourself. You're literally, like you're not helping one person. Pointing it out to 100,000 people or whatever saw that post or comment or whatever. Like, it's not just you telling your buddy about it, it's you telling 100,000 people about it. So,
Yes, you and your dad hooked me up, for any time that if nobody can go elk hunting with me, I can go up there and I know exactly, a general area to go to. I'm
yeah.
not, I don't have all the pins or nothing, but I take that as, y'all trusted me with this information. And people ask me all the time, hey, where'd you go elk hunting? Oh, upper half of the state. Something so broad that it does. I mean, you're gonna have to throw a dart and try to guess. And I'm not giving up my spot because y'all entrusted it. It's y'all spot, and before that, it was somebody else's spot, right? We're just caretakers of this land, and but I don't want to see it go to some of these other spots that, like in Arkansas, everybody talks about the Cache River duck hunting. Well, I'm never gonna go hunt the Cache River because it's been so blown up that it's not worth it to me.
No, there's a ton of places like that, and it sucks. Like, it completely. What's cool about hunting is, like, finding a little drain or a hole, in the duck woods. Like, you found a little timber hole or whatever, and when the water's at this level, you can hunt here and whatever. And then when people talk about it and you know you blow the spots up and whatever, it's like it completely takes that discovery. Like, to me, one of the biggest things about hunting is, like, discovering new spots or places, or the ducks do this when the water's like this, like, and then
Let
you guys
let other
you
people
go
find that
online.
out though.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, it's a very like I think about it literally like every day. Like it really burns like it I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, we're not gonna
We're our yeah, we're our own worst enemy.
right. I do think that like some people are opening their eyes to it. I mean, like Steven Rinella's brother, Matt Rinella, he's got like an Instagram page called Hunt Quietly, and he's like, you know, he kind of saw what it did, and his brother's probably one of the biggest contributors to it, and he's like, the total opposite, and slams all these people, and he's a little bit over the top, or he's a lot over the top, but he's right. Like, I mean, really, like, it's one thing to like be trying to make a living doing what you love and all that, but it's another thing to be like braggadocious or like not be humble. There's a difference between being proud of something and like bragging about it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, if anything, like that's the point I'm trying to make is like I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of my business. I'm proud of all the things I've done, but like also sometimes I'll look at like my Instagram. I'm like, I don't know. Like it's like a bragging board almost. I'm like, I don't really like this about myself. So
You
I
just
don't
got to
know.
remember, social media is only a highlight of everybody's life.
A
Is
hundred
it?
percent.
They don't. They're only going to see. What if you post a kill? They're going to see the kill. They're not going to see the 200 hours of walking through the woods in the summer, the spring, the fall, trying to find these animals. They're only going to see that kill. They don't. They want the glorification of the kill. They don't want nothing to do with the work that goes into it.
Yeah. Even if they know that stuff, like it's still like you're just like creating try like a lot of people are trying to and I've done it, like you're like almost in a way trying to create jealousy.
It's a fine line, right? I mean, just think about what you just said. It's you're holding back, but are you holding back and not letting your business grow because of that? You got to think of that sometimes. And I like how you said that, you refrain from just your personal post, right? And kind of keeping business. And you could have put your what I call a really good deer on your whatever. I mean, whatever you want to put on any page you want to put it on, but you're torn for sure because I mean that is your money maker, and you're trying to be most conservative of your bragging at the same time.
Yeah. And like my business stuff is a little bit easier for me because for one, I'm hunting on private land, a lot of money in leases, only trying to kill old deer. Um, you know, like I'm incentivizing landowners to not have the attitude of go kill every antelope you see. That's a little bit easier, and like you gotta if somebody's gonna book a hunt with me, you need to know what you expect, like as far as quality wise and that sort of thing. Like, and I don't have a problem with somebody posting what they kill. I just like it was why I was doing it, sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
that's what bothered me. But like you definitely don't need to go and take a picture with the mountain that you killed that thing on. And I've done it. I've posted it and I've gone back
Yeah.
through and deleted stuff because like
Well, remember when your
I
dad killed that one, from what you just said, we turned the deer because either there was a mountain in the background or signage in the background. You got to be. I'll give it up to THP. They do a great job because they came down and turkey hunted Louisiana, I think last year, and I
yeah.
watched that video like a hawk, and I couldn't figure out anywhere that they went. I mean, there's only certain places you can hunt in Louisiana, right? But I was just like, where, what even forest are you hunting? Because Cassachi's so spread out. You got north, you got south, you got west. It goes on into the east. With Tensall, but I ain't got a clue. And they did a great job. I'll actually commend them for that, even though I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a friend that I mean just one of probably the best like hunter I know. Like one of the best hunters I know killed everything and not a post one, like, and doesn't need that chip on his shoulder, like that ego boost. And that's cool to me. Like the guy that has been killing stuff for 20 years and nobody knows about it, you know? So,
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I didn't post none of my two Rios I killed last year. I don't post all the ducks, and most of the and I've sent you some pictures, but most of the ducks I kill, they're the pictures in my front yard on my boat. You're not gonna see what
right,
landing I'm at. Now, they call them shot chasers. Eventually, somebody's gonna figure out my boat, and then I
right.
can't help that. Dude, you're doing a great thing. You just got to keep pushing forward. Maybe invite a little bit of social media. I mean, I know you're booking out, so I mean that's not the issue. So I guess just keep doing what you're doing, man.
It's just something that like I'm really, really torn about all the time, and I didn't realize it until like the last couple years.
I think a lot of people are doing it for the wrong reasons too. And and for everybody listening, Cole is how old are you now? 25, 26,
26.
26. He talks like he's 58. Everybody wants to do the right thing, as far as, the household we kind of grew up in.
Yeah, like I grew up like, well, I think I had a massive chip on my shoulder, and a lot of guides do, like getting into guiding or whatever. Um, just because you want to do a good job, whatever I'm doing, like it's my worst fear in the world to get fired, right? Or let somebody down. Well, I'm definitely not going to do that in something like guiding, where I finally get the opportunity to make a paycheck doing what I love. So I was like, I'm gonna kill like it's. I took it serious, and um, I had a chip on my shoulder. I gotta kill whatever it is. I gotta kill it. And now I'm like, there's some hunts I want to go on and um do some things and whatever. But like, there's some goals that like I like to chase, and I enjoy to go turkey hunting, and I like to mule deer hunt, and me and my I might be going, to do a caribou hunt. But like, the caribou hunt's like a once in a lifetime deal. Like, but I'm not gonna be going to Alaska every year for the rest of my life or whatever.
Right.
Every 5 years, like I know that might be like a one and done thing. So like I'm excited about that. But like, if I could do nothing but hunt one mule deer a year for the rest of my life, like I'd be good, honestly. Like, but I've been lucky too, because I've for the past 8 seasons have been able to be a part of however many hunts every season. I hunt more than the average person, so I've got probably 40 years of hunting experience and 26 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I get to do it every single day.
Right.
So,
And like our first episode, Guiding Memories, I think it was episode 3. Uh, just like you took your buddy out, to help get your dad's deer out. He's never been hunting. He don't know nothing about it. Was just, but he was open to it, and it looked like he had more fun than your dad did. And all he did
yeah.
was, see some deer and got to shoot a gun and help pack it out. Man, that was cool for me just to see from somebody else's perspective. We shoot the deer, we give our thanks to it, and we get to work, and he's just like amazed at like
Right.
legs are getting grabbed over here, something else is getting cut up over here. We were pretty efficient on that,
Hmm.
but just to see his way of thinking and processing everything for the first time, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
And then
And
the background that we killed this, animal over, looking through the canyons and the mountains, and
yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, it's funny you bring that, because he did enjoy that a lot. And then meanwhile, Dad's probably, if anything, maybe he is pumped, but if anything, he's a little upset because he knew he shot a kind of a young deer, and you know, like
Yeah.
even though it was really big, like you know what I'm saying, like Yeah, he's completely different perspectives.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, and then if he killed that deer, he shot at that same deer the day before. So
hmm
if he kills it then, me or the your buddy don't get to experience that.
yeah, exactly.
So that was cool.
Yep. So yeah, it's
You're already so humble. I mean, I would just say keep grinding. I mean, like I said, I almost gave this thing up, last year, and then uh, I was fortunate enough to be a part of the Mountain Ops family, and then now I'm a part of a part of the First Light family on a lower tier, and I think that was just motivation for me. I'm like, I'm getting everything that I really wanted, from the beginning. There's no way I can let this opportunity go to waste. I
yeah,
mean, and me and you both know we wear First Light all the time,
yeah,
and I was already using Mountain Ops, so it just made sense. I got the two companies that I really wanted to be a part of,
right.
so that's just a motivator and a driver, and it's lottery season. I should be able to draw elk again, and then I got enough points. I should draw mule deer, but I've been running the last couple of days just to get back, get in shape. Because I mean, if you're gonna get in shape for the mountains and you're not from the mountains, you got to start now.
Yeah, and it's just good to get in shape too.
Oh yeah, dude. I think we ran for an hour and a half straight yesterday. Um, at 9 o'clock we quit. We ran all the way till 9, and
Who?
sweating down. Me and my wife, and Easton's running too.
Oh, really?
Andy's running. They didn't run as much, but me and Kim were out there for an hour and a half.
That's
And when we
cool.
got done, I was just like, I miss this feeling, just being exhausted, but it's a good exhaustion.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I need to. I don't know. I suck
Yeah,
at
but you
working
you
out.
you're so tall though. You take 3 steps, you're at the top of the mountain.
That and I don't know. Already starting to get like now. I'm starting to get fat quicker, and then I don't lose as much every year. But like the last 2 years, I've really like I've already got fat rolls again, and it's only April. And last year, I I felt like I didn't have fat rolls until like June or July. So
That just gives you extra time to get them off of you.
no, I think it just means that I just need to keep hunting out of the truck as much as possible.
No, no, you know you can't do that.
I really do though. I don't. In
You
West
tell
Texas,
you telling
yeah,
on yourself now.
in West Texas, it's that's like the only exercise I get. But then again, like um, I don't have any ego about how good I can hike or anything because like I mean, I've been out hiked a few times by clients because, like, eventually you're gonna have like I not that I'm out hiked, but like if they wanted to, they could out hike me. Like, you have marathon runners or whatever. Like how I always hunt and we always kill stuff. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I pride myself. When I went up there in 24, yeah, 24, I was like, man, I'm not going to let my body be the reason I don't shoot it.
Yeah, and you can't outrun an elk. I
No.
don't care who you are. So
And if you're trying to shoot another elk at 60 and one walks up behind you, you're screwed.
yeah,
With a bow, at least.
yeah, yep.
Well, Cole,
Mhm.
man, I don't mean to keep you too much. Tell Jordan we said hello and we appreciate carving out some of your time to be on the podcast with you. I'll post all your links. Peak Outfitters, it's genuine. It's 100% real. You're not going to see no high fences. So, Cole, is there anything you want to say before we cut you loose?
You ought to get Jordan on. She'd do it, I'm sure.
Okay, well, when you get back
I hope.
tonight, yeah, let me know. I know, I know it gets kind of tricky. I try to get some guys from Ducks Unlimited and Delta Waterfowl on, and they have their own podcast. They said that their multimedia stations do all their stuff, so she's more than welcome, and I'd be glad to, because I'd like to get into some more depth on the day-to-day life that goes on of her property and, how she hunts.
Yeah, they're calving right now, so be a great time of year. But like talking about the ranch and what they do, um, First Light. She's a First Light ambassador, so you guys have that in common. But yeah,
I'm not that high on the list.
yeah, no, she's just good people, and I think y'all would like each other. So I'll try to hook that up if I can. But
No, if not, I
tell
mean, we'll continue to shout out, her ranch every time you get on, and so I
yep,
appreciate you coming on, man. Stay rugged.
heck yeah, cool. Well, good deal.